Hey, how's everyone doing today? My name is Joel, and I'm the head of SEO for Bambiz Marketing. And today we're going to be talking about how to turn your website into a client-generating machine in under 12 months. So for this presentation, I want everybody to get ready. Grab a pen, take notes, write down any questions you have. Close out all your other windows. We want zero distractions for this quick presentation. Put down the phone. This is going to be an action-packed presentation, so get ready. Get all your questions ready. So first, we'll start off with me. My name is Joel, and I've been working in the SEO digital marketing industry for 7 years now. Originally, I'm from New Jersey. Now I'm living in Clearwater, Florida. I started my journey, like most people in digital marketing, they want to help somebody. I wanted to help my sister in particular. She purchased a personal training studio in New Jersey and had no idea, inherited her clients, and she had no idea how to get new clients. She only relied on word of mouth marketing and handing out flyers at the local mall. And I knew that wasn't sustainable, so I decided to take it upon myself to learn how to grab people's attention online, get them comfortable enough with your business to have them come in, right? And pay a lot of money really to get trained. So after a little while, the results were actually really great. It's been 7 years, and as you can see, right, she's held on to the #1 spot for the most profitable keyword for her is personal training in the town. She's been holding on to that #1 spot. A lot of gyms have come and gone, but no matter what, she's always stayed there at the top. And it brings in about 200 visits to the website per month, just this one keyword, and it brings a lot of phone calls into the business. Now, since then, I've gone on to help restaurants. I've gone on to help CrossFit gyms, physical therapy offices, and finally, I found a niche close to my heart, helping elder law and estate planning attorneys. An elder law attorney helped me and my family when my grandmother's Parkinson's worsened and she had to go to a nursing home. The whole experience opened my eyes to a new area of law that I've never knew existed. Like I said, an elder law attorney helped us, and it kind of, opened my eyes. Now imagine that clients come to your office already pre-sold on you. Imagine that you finally have a consistent lead flow in your business, and new potential clients are reaching out to you, for your business. You're not going out there, begging for people to come into your office. Today I'm going to explain to you step by step, right? How to send the right signals to Google so your website ranks and brings in new clients into your business. You'll learn the 3 pitfalls to avoid on your site, and you'll get a secret bonus step that you could use today as soon as this call is over. Plus, if you watch all the way to the end, there's a special offer just for you. For the attorney that decides they want to stay for this whole presentation, I got a special bonus for you at the end. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. Where are your future clients spending their time? The truth is, when it comes to online business, it's not just about putting a website, if you build it, they will come. They're spending most of their time on Google. And so according to the Pew Research Center, 3.5 billion searches are made every single day. Not per year, not per month, not per week, per day, 3.5 billion. 34% of near me searches done via desktop and tablets result in in-store visits. 90% of Google searches made via desktop are done on Google. And the volume of Google searches goes up 10% every single year. And as the volume of search queries grows, the more chance you have to drive traffic to your website. So, simply put, what is the right way to get Google's attention? And it's just one single word, and that's relevancy. You need to send Google the signal that your website is the most relevant website for the given topic. That is who wins. There is no other trick. There's a bunch of tactics, but relevancy is the trick. But here's the overall goal. How do you build a real relationship with a new potential client you've never met in person? The answer seems pretty simple. You give them the answers they're looking for online. That's where it starts. It's not selling them. It's not asking them to come in. It's not saying, hey, we're here, right? It's giving them the answer that they're looking for online. That's how you start the relationship. You give away as much as you can and get them to trust you. So how do you get them to trust you? How do you give them the right answer? You create content that matches the search's intent. Then search engines are more likely to show your content to more people, right? So if you create the right content that serves the intent of the search, you're more likely to come up as an answer for people. It sounds simple, but a lot of people just miss the mark on this. A lot of people, they'll publish on Google. They'll publish on their website, and they'll do things and not even research the intent of what they're putting out there. So now we're going to get into the 5 key signals, right? Each page, minimum. Like I said before, right? How do we send the right signals? By creating content. Create content that serves the search's intent. Okay, and now how does Google know? Right, that's the next question. How does Google know that your page satisfies the intent of the searcher? Well, the truth is you have to tell Google that your website is relevant and will serve the intent that the user is searching for. With these 5 key signals. Now, there's actually more. This isn't an exhaustive list, but these 5 signals will do most of the heavy lifting for you. If you take nothing else from today, you go back to your website today and adjust these signals, I guarantee you'll get more traffic to your site. So the 5 key signals are URL, headings, search intent, content length, and links, right? And to get started, each page on your site needs to have a focused keyword in mind, and all the signals on the page need to point to that keyword. So let's get started. Number 1, right? Page URL. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't take into consideration what their URL is. They kind of just let it be, they'll just, it sounds close enough. No, but your URL is the first thing not only search engines, but people look at when they're looking to judge whether or not they're going to click through to your site, right? Here's an example of a bad URL. It's really common when people don't switch their URL settings in WordPress. This is the typical URL that comes up. And here's an example of a good URL. let's say you are an estate planning attorney in Clearwater, Florida. Your service page should have this URL. And people don't do this, right? Here's a little image, showing you what a good URL looks like. And if you're going to use a long URL, I've also noticed this, estate planning Clearwater. I've seen people use one word, estate planning Clearwater, and Google reads hyphens, right? Hyphens is what's understood by search engines to separate words. Estate planning Clearwater, one word, is read as one word by search engines. However, if you use hyphens, estate hyphen planning hyphen Clearwater, then the search engines know to separate those words for search results. Let's go into number 2 quickly. Headings. I've seen a lot of attorneys ignore headings on their website. Headings allow you to tell Google what your page focuses on. Without headings, nothing is deemed important on your page. Just because you have an entire page of content, if you have no headings, there's no way for search engines to skim and tell what your page actually focuses on, because if it's all text, nothing is important. Here's an example of an article we just published, right? So the main heading, H1, is the title. H2 is what the section is about. H3 is a smaller part within that section. H4 is an even smaller part within that section. Those headings, if you read them, you can tell that it's about Facebook being necessary for attorneys, because it says why you need to be on Facebook, creating awareness on Facebook, and then attorney workshops. So a search engine could read that and say, oh, if an attorney's looking to be more relevant on Facebook, so let's send them this article. Right, here's an example. Your title tag is your H1, your page URL, then it's your H1, which is your heading. You want to have 100 words roughly, and then your H2, and so on. But you have to break up your content. Bolding your text is not enough. Next, we want to satisfy search intent. Every page you publish on your site should have search intent in mind. A page won't rank on Google if the search intent is questionable. It needs to serve one of these 4 purposes, right? The page that you're publishing needs to either be informational, navigational, commercial, or transactional. Those are the only search intents that matter, not only to Google, but to any user, right? There isn't anything beyond this. Is your page simply to give the user more information? Is it there to send them somewhere? Is it there to promote something? So service pages, for example, right? Service pages are commercial pages. If you want your service page to rank, you need to design it to have a commercial intent, meaning if someone says elder law attorney in Clearwater, your service page should come up. Or transactional, right? Transactional is a lot more specific. It's someone looking for moving quotes, car insurance quotes, flights. Typically, we wouldn't be publishing as a elder law estate planning attorney. We wouldn't be publishing transactional content because it's more so you're looking for flights, things like that. Stuff that the actual search is because they want to make a transaction immediately. Content length. So here's one that people don't think about. For example, I wanted to show you guys the search results for Ladybird Deed in Florida, right? More content is not always better content, but for informational keywords, being comprehensive always wins. So this was a search I made just before this presentation for Ladybird Deed Florida. And if you notice, the number 2 and number 3 are the same company. They're the same website, which shows you that there's opportunity for this keyword. But the second and the third are the same website. But if you look at the one with the most words is at the top, and the one with the least amount of words is at the bottom. And that tells you, right? It's not that you should write more content to write more content. It's that comprehensive coverage of a topic typically means better search results, meaning you could help more people the more comprehensive you are, and Google will reward you. That law firm that wrote 1,600 words, I guarantee you that they're not going to leave that spot for a very long time. The fifth signal is links. And, no one thinks about these, but it's important. Linking to relevant and authoritative content gives your page credibility. All right. Linking to other posts on your own site tells Google that you're proud of your site content. Right. And typically the rule of thumb is this: good quality sites tend to link to good quality sites. So if you're not linking to other sites on your website, you're losing out on creating an authoritative page, because Google understands that you're not the know-it-all for everything, and they're okay with that. And if you get your answers from somewhere else, linking to that other source makes your page more authoritative. Because if you really work, if you're a quality site, you'll tend to link to other quality sites because you want to make your page the best authority. And if you want to even look at it, if you look at the Ladybird Deed Florida image from before, they had the most links also from the top search results. And I wanted to point out anchor texts. If you notice what you make your link, so like the anchor text over here, 62% of small businesses, that is important, right? What you make your anchor text matters, and we're going to get into that next. So now there's 3 pitfalls every elder law attorney and estate planning attorney should avoid on their website, right? And so pitfall number 1, thin service pages. I see this too often. Attorneys, and they'll publish their sites, and their service pages will have 100 words, 200 words, and immediately come in for a consultation, right? Thin service pages hurt your website because it doesn't give Google enough context to know, where your service is located, who is your service supposed to be for. You're not establishing yourself as the authority in that service by publishing 200 words. So, service pages, having a good service page, it dramatically increases your website's rankings for your target keywords in Google. All those near me, all those estate planning attorney in my city, if you're not ranking for those, it's because your service page doesn't point to those. Having a strong service page also, it'll grow your business by generating more leads, right? Your leads are going to come from your service pages. They're not always going to come from your blog articles. Here's an example, right? So asset protection in New York, one of the most competitive spaces in this country is elder law and estate planning in New York City, in Manhattan in particular. And this attorney has their service page ranking right in the first page in Google. And it's hyper competitive. Not only are they ranking the service page in search, they're also ranking on the maps because of their service page. So you got to take your service pages seriously. Otherwise, you will not rank for those local keywords. Pitfall number 2 that I see all the time: blog content that doesn't rank. So the truth is, right, how many pages on your site are published versus ranking online? I've spoken to attorneys who have 100 pages published. They've been publishing blog articles for 2 or 3 years, yet 10 pages on their website are ranking in the top 100 in Google. Every page you publish should be on the top 100 in Google, because every page you publish should be relevant in some way. If you're publishing articles that are not doing anything for your site, you're better off purging them from your site. You're better off just getting rid of them. Like I said, blog content should be published with a reason. Otherwise, you're better off not publishing anything. Your website would be more authoritative without a blog section and just service pages than with 100 blog articles that don't do anything for your site. So where do you stand? A healthy metric to look at is your organic keywords versus your organic traffic. Large websites tend to do this really well, right? You want your organic keywords to be similar to your organic traffic. Now, that doesn't mean every article will always rank, and that's fine. It's impossible to rank every single article, but you want the ratio of keywords to traffic to be the same, to be close at least. You don't want to see 100,000 keywords and then 2,000 organic traffic. You want those to be close, and that's the ratio we look at. How many pages do you have? How many keywords do you have versus how much traffic are you getting from those keywords? Pitfall number 3, lack of location-specific pages. This one, it sounds like a no-brainer, but people forget these pages all the time. It's okay. I understand that some people, some states, depending on where you are in the United States, I would assume that something like Montana or a place, Wyoming, I would bet that attorneys typically work the entire state, because there's just not enough metros, right, to separate everything. But if you work in New York City, for example, you can just be an attorney in Queens. You don't need to be an attorney in Brooklyn or the Bronx or something like that, right? But you need location-specific pages on your site, meaning there is no other way to tie your site with your local area if you're not creating specific pages for those local areas. Like, you need to tell Google exactly what you offer and where you offer it. Google cannot guess that. Yes, it could guess your location, and you tell it your location on your footer, but your pages have to tell Google where you are. That's the only way you're going to rank. For example, I took this from a local website in New York City, right? In the most competitive niche, the best attorney had site links, and all those pages are essentially home pages for that service. So they're not service pages, they're home pages that tell Google that this attorney does this thing, estate planning in Brooklyn. And the signals all over that page point to Brooklyn. And the signals all over the second page point to Long Island. And the signals in the page point to New York City. And so you need to focus on that. You need to give Google the right signals on your website. Otherwise, it will not know the metros, and the keywords will not show up magically. You have to tell it. And here's the bonus step. You can take this bonus step with you and go apply it right now. Actually, you can take all of this and apply it. But here's the bonus step. Strategically using anchor links to tell Google what your homepage is about. So your footer appears in every page, right? So it tends to be, what's in your footer tends to be on every page on your website. That means if something is linked on every page on your website, Google assumes that that is important. So if on your footer, on the footer and the bottom, you say all rights reserved, and then you always say, whatever your law firm name is, instead link to your law firm name, but the text could be your service, right? So all rights reserved, estate planning attorney. Now, in this person's footer, every page on their site, so Google reads estate planning attorney and assumes when I click that, if Google were to click that link or a user were to click that link, it would assume that what's on the next page is about estate planning, is about an estate planning attorney. And guess what that link is? That link is to the home page. So every page on the footer is linked to estate planning attorney, and it goes to the home page instead of saying, Joel Okendo Law Firm, right? It says estate planning attorney. That's the text, but the link goes to the home page. And that's the bonus step you should take. You can take that with you today. Now, if you just give me 3 minutes, I'd love to give you guys a quick offer. For everyone who made it this far, just give me 3 minutes, and I want to just go over a quick little offer we have. We have a local authority marketing program that we just rolled out in 2020, and the only goal of this program is to get you guys ranking. And here is everything that's offered into the program, right? You get a site audit, $2,500 value. You get link analysis, site structure analysis, thin content analysis, site ranking opportunity analysis. Then we could fix the site audit issues. Then we do a keyword strategy and implementation, right? We determine money keywords that will rank specifically to grow your business, and we determine local authority keywords to grow your traffic and rank your site alongside the competition, right? So what that means is local authority keywords are information-specific keywords that increase the ranking of your website and get you more traffic. That way we can collect leads and turn those leads into paying clients down the line. Next, we'll write the content for you so it could rank properly, right? So what we're going to do is take your service pages, take your blog articles that aren't serving you, and we will rewrite those with a purpose in mind to get you ranking online, to get you ranking in your local area. Then we optimize your lead strategy. How is your website collecting leads, turning those leads into appointments, and then helping you turn those appointments into paying clients. We're going to optimize your pages with an email strategy to take people's information and make them advocates for your law firm. Next, we're going to optimize your Google My Business, right? People totally ignore this. We want to start generating more Google reviews for you and implement best practices, meaning photos, articles, review responses. That way you increase awareness. All of this works together. And finally, we'll do a month-to-month reporting on traffic increase, month-to-month reporting on search appearances, an increase in search appearances, and month-to-month reporting on lead engagement. All of that completely done for you. And all of this, we're offering it for $3,000 per month for a 12-month commitment. That's everything you see here for your entire business, done for you with the goal to get your site ranking and bring clients in through your door. No more, right? No more of paying a company for almost a year to see no results. I've talked to way too many attorneys where that's been happening, and no more of that. So for $3,000 a month, you get all of that, and it takes us about a year, to get all this moving, and then we're off to the races, right? And this program is so intensive that we only have 5 spots available for the whole year, because we want to give you guys the attention and the time that it actually takes to grow a website. We guarantee you'll see results, because it's almost impossible to give this much time, this much attention, this much care, and without seeing a single result. This is the stuff we love. If we end up with more space in the future, we'll admit more law firms, but there will be a waiting list. We only have 5 spots available. We cannot take everybody. And so, if you want to get into this program, all you got to do is send me an email, right? You send me an email and we'll get you in the program. But after the 5 spots are over, we can't take any more people, because it's just simply not enough bandwidth to give your website the attention it deserves. And if someone can offer all of this with less attention, I would be doubtful of their results, right? And since you made it this far, bonus to make it to the end, I want to give everybody on this call, everybody watching this, a free website audit. And here's what it includes, right? A 20-minute video analysis of your website. That's me getting on this camera and recording your entire website, and showing you, right, 3 areas of opportunity that you should focus on, and a plan to fix the problem areas of your site. I'll go through the entire thing, flush out what I think you should work on, where I think you should put your focus on, and you can show it to your team, and you can implement the changes yourself. Just for making it to the end here, that's my gift to you. Email joel@bambiz.net, and you could claim your free site audit. I love doing these. I've sent at least 50 of these out already. I would love to help you guys out. Just send me an email. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being on the call. If you have any questions, comment below on the video. If you want to join the program, send me an email, joel@bambiz.net. We got to jump on a 15-minute call to see if we're the right fit for each other. It's not only we got to be the right fit for you, and you got to be the right fit for us. So send me an email, joel@bambiz.net, and we'll get you started on a 15-minute call with us to see how we can help you grow your website in 2020. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to talk again soon. Bye bye.